Millionaire Hotline is brought to you by Aggressive Marketing Solutions. Are you a business owner who knows social media is a great tool to get more customers for your business, but you lack the time, energy, and creative resources to stay consistent enough to get results you're hoping for? Aggressive Marketing Solutions solves all those problems for you. Never miss an opportunity to capitalize on social media again. We will produce original content, post on a consistent schedule, engage your audience, and build lead converting ad campaigns. All you need to do is visit aggressive.com today to set up a free social media growth strategy meeting. Aggressive.com. You're watching the Millionaire Hotline, the entrepreneur's source for tried, tested, and proven business knowledge from successful businessmen and women. Nowhere else will you find $1 million worth of value jam-packed into short 30-minute episodes, all given to you for free. So get your notepad out and get ready, because this is the Millionaire Hotline with your host, Darin Huffaker. Enjoy the show.
Hey, this is Darin Huffaker again. Thanks for joining the show. I hope you had the opportunity to watch last week's episode, because today we're going to build on a little bit of that. Last week was the 3 stages of business, and in that we talked about the middle stage was the reality stage, and it's best for all businesses to get out of that stage as quick as possible. And the way to do that, we talked about last time, was to analyze your business. So today we're going to talk about what that looks like. To change the word a little bit, evaluation, to evaluate your business. So we're going to talk about 4 things that you can do. Eval, E-V-A-L. And the first one we're going to talk about is the E. And that's the earnings. In order to be successful in business, you have to look at your earnings. You have to look at everything that you do and evaluate if you are actually making money. So that's if you're selling something, if you're doing any kind of a service, you have to know your numbers. You have to look at what you're charging and what the end dollar amount is at the bottom. So the net profit on everything that you do. Once you evaluate that, and you determine what that profit needs to be, and you go back and evaluate each thing, you have to determine if it's something that you want to keep or if it's something you want to eliminate. Our company went through that several years ago. We looked at our situation. We were continuing to grow like crazy. The numbers looked really good on the upside, the total revenues, but on the back end, we just couldn't seem to get any traction and in the profit side. So we continued to borrow money, thinking that if we continued to increase our revenues, that somehow the profit margins were going to show up at the bottom. And it never did until we sat down and figured out what we were making money on and what we weren't making the money on, and then evaluating the prices that we offer. So we had to increase the dollar amount on the services that we provided. And then we also eliminated any services that didn't bring a profit to us. And that's hard for an entrepreneur to do, because you get caught in that mentality of increase revenues, grow the company, and hope that somehow at the bottom there's going to be profit. But in reality, the company that actually charges the most and keeps their costs down has the most profit, and they are in reality going to be the ones that win at the end of the day, because the more profit you have, the more advertising you're going to be able to do, and that just builds up on the increased growth of your company. Is evaluate that. Each service and each product that you provide, just evaluate, am I making money on this? If not, then eliminate it from your services or increase your price. If you increase your price and it doesn't sell, pull it off. That's something that you shouldn't do. Again, it's really hard to think about that as an entrepreneur, to eliminate actual incoming revenues, but it's something you've got to do. Um, I want to give another example. There's a local taco shop. My wife absolutely loves to go to this taco shop, and I hate it. I hate going there because it's dirty. It's just reality is dirty. Now the food is great. I have no problem with the food. Uh, I don't even know what their prices are, but because they don't even post the prices on the wall. But if they would increase just a little bit on the tacos that they sell and clean the store, it would be much better for everybody involved. So the next thing is to move into the V, and that's value. What can you do today that's going to increase the value for your clients? For example, the taco shop, cleaning it. All they have to do is clean it, and that's going to increase the value to their clients, which then would justify an increase in price. Something very simple that they can look at. Is there something that you can add as far as communication? Do you allow your clients to text? Do you have a live chat? Is there something that in the technology world that you can add that's not going to cost you a whole lot? You can get texting systems for your website or for your office, very cheap. They're very inexpensive. And if you don't have it, I guarantee you that you already have clients that are trying to text you. As soon as we did that several years ago, we found that we were getting people texting us and we had no idea. So there's some simple things. You just have to look at each situation and determine what you can do to raise the value for your clients. If you don't know what that is, just ask your clients. Look at the reviews that you have online. So if you have Google reviews or Yelp reviews, look at those reviews and pick out in there what people are complaining about or what people like about the company, and increase the things that they like and decrease or change the things that they don't like. And that's something you have to evaluate every day. Another option is to go to an employee and say, what do you see out there that will increase the value for our services? We did this when we were in California. We sent this out to all of our employees, and one employee said, hey, you know what? Every time I do a service, I leave a bill on the door. And when I do that, my client, or when I hand my bill directly to the client, they evaluate our services immediately. Wouldn't it be just better if we left a slip without the bill and then charge them later, and then the evaluation doesn't go on? And something very simple. So ask your employees, but you have to do something today. What is it today that you can do to increase the value of your company to your current clients or to your future clients? But there's something that you just think of, something today that can make that happen. The next is the A, attack. You have to evaluate who your clients are. The best thing to do is to think about your number one client. Who is that? Where did you get them? Are they a male? Are they a female? Is it how old are they? Where did you get them from? All these things, and figure out everything you can about this particular client, and then go after that client. This is just valuable information. It may not be your biggest client. That's not what you're necessarily looking for. It's your most profitable client, and the client that is easiest to work for. Your employees enjoy doing work with them. You're making good money on them, and they're easy to work for. That's the person that you dig deep into, and then once you have that, go after that exact same client again. So figure out who that person is, and then go after the exact copy of that client. Whoever or whatever it may be, and go after them today. You have to make a goal to go after that specific type of person, that specific client today. Don't end your day without making any kind of, at least one step towards that particular client, whoever it may be. Give a call, look through and analyze who that client may be, and go after them. But don't end your day. The other thing that's most important when you do this is you figure out who that client is, and that allows other companies that may assist you, like Ad Aggressive. They need that information so that they know who to target, and that makes their job more successful for you, and that's what they really want. So again, go back, evaluate who your number one client is, not the largest client, but the client that you make the most money on and is easiest to work for. And then today, go out and get that client, an additional client just like them. That's who you want. So go after them. And then the other thing along those same lines is, get rid of those clients that just tear it down, whoever that may be. I mean, who those are. Just eventually get those off the rolls. And then the last one is leadership. On the leadership side, you need to look at yourself. Look yourself in the mirror every day. Determined to go out that you're going to have a positive attitude and share that with all your employees that you work with. Share your goals with your employees. Let them know what you're working on. And then take today, wherever it may be, and evaluate yourself. Where are your greatest strengths and where are your greatest weaknesses? And learn about them. Learn about how you can overcome those weaknesses. So read a book, watch a motivational video, whatever it is, but do it today. Do it today. Do something today that's going to increase your leadership ability. And then the other thing on that leadership is do today what you have been avoiding every day. As entrepreneurs, there is something that nags at us every day. And I've learned over the years, and it's difficult, to just look that thing in the face and handle it. Whatever it may be. Maybe it's like I said, a bad client that you need to get rid of. Maybe it's an employee that you need to get rid of. And you just think to yourself, man, I just really don't want to do that. But it's best to just face it right now and to handle it. A good example, when reorganizing our company, we ran into some issues where some of the employees that just couldn't handle the change. And I had one particular employee that would just cry every day. And she had been with me for a while, and it was very difficult for me to confront her about it. And eventually, I had to let her go. I just had to face the situation. And finally, I did. I let her go. And I ran into her 6 months later. And she was so much happier, and she found a job that she really enjoyed, and it was best for all of us involved. And so we work up in ourselves that this is going to be a bad thing, and we try to avoid it, but it's just so less stressful to just face the realities and get it over with. Do it today. So just pull up your pants and make it happen today. It's just got to happen. So to recap, eval. Review your earnings. Do it today. Learn what's most profitable for you and what's not. Figure out something today that's going to be of value in your company that you can increase in your company. Attack. Go out and get that client that's just like the one that you have. Do something today to make that happen. And then leadership. Do something today that you've avoided, and do something today that's going to increase your ability as a leader, whether that's watching a show or a video or reading a book. Do those things today, and that's, as you go through this process every day, that will get you out of that reality stage much faster. I hope you enjoyed the show today, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
This video has been brought to you by Aggressive Marketing Solutions. If you need a team of marketing strategists to help you build your brand on social media, then go and visit aggressive.com today.